Disney's latest animated feature film, Encanto, is set to win its opening weekend at the box office. The film earned $7.5 million when it opened in theaters on Wednesday. It has earned $28.7 million over its first 3 days at the box office, on its way towards a 5-day Thanksgiving holiday weekend take in the range of $39 million to $42 million. Byron Howard, Zootopia, Tangled, and Jared Bush, Zootopia, directed the film, with Charles Castro-Smith, the death of Eva Sofia Valdez, aboard as co-director. Bush co-wrote the film's script with Castro-Smith. And Clark Spencer and Yvette Marino produced the movie. Encanto features new songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's otherwise a pretty slow weekend, as far as holiday box office goes. Ghostbusters, Afterlife, House of Gucci, Eternals, and Resident Evil, Raccoon City all round out the top 5 films this weekend. Have you seen Encanto? What did you think? Prefer one of the other films in theaters this weekend? Let us know in the comments section. Encanto is now playing in theaters. Keep reading to see the full list of top 10 films at the box office this weekend. 1. Encanto, photo, Disney, opening weekend, $42 million. The Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a charmed place called the Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, every child except Mirabel. However, she soon may be the Madrigal's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is now in danger. Byron Howard and Jared Bush directed Encanto, with Charles Castro-Smith co-directing, from a script Bush co-wrote with Castro-Smith, with songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The film's voice cast includes Stephanie Beatriz, Maria Cecilia Botero, Angie Septa, Wilma Valderrama, Diane Guerrero, Jessica Darrow, Carolina Guyton, Mauro Castillo, Adassa, Renzi Feliz, Ravi Kabat-Conyers, and John Leguizamo. Pref next 2. Ghostbusters, Afterlife Week 2 weekend, $36.3 million total, $88.8 million. When a single mother and her 2 children move to a new town, they soon discover they have a connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. Jason Reitman directed Ghostbusters, Afterlife from a screenplay he co-wrote with Gil Kenan. The film stars Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Paul Rudd, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts, and Sigourney Weaver. Pref next 3. House of Gucci, photo, MGM, opening weekend total, $22.5 million. When Patrizia Edjani, an outsider from humble beginnings, marries into the Gucci family, her unbridled ambition begins to unravel the family legacy and triggers a reckless spiral of betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder. Ridley Scott directed House of Gucci, based on R. Gay Forden's 2001 book The House of Gucci, a sensational story of murder, madness, glamour, and greed. The film stars Lady Gaga and Adam Driver, Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, Salma Hayek, and Al Pacino. Pref next 4. Eternals, photo, Marvel Studios, Week 4 weekend, $11 million total, $150.3 million. The Eternals, a race of immortal beings with superhuman powers who have secretly lived on Earth for thousands of years, reunite to battle the evil deviants. Chloe Zhao directed Eternals from a screenplay she co-wrote with Patrick Burley, Ryan Firpo, and Kaz Firpo, based on the Marvel comics created by Jack Kirby. The film stars Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Kumail Nanjiani, Liam McHugh, Brian Tyree Henry, Lauren Rydloff, Barry Kogan, Don Lee, Harish Patel, Kit Harington, Salma Hayek, and Angelina Jolie. Pref next 5. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, photo, Sony Pictures, opening weekend total, $8.85 million. Welcome to Raccoon City, once the booming home of pharmaceutical giant Umbrella Corporation. The company's exodus left the city a wasteland, a dying town with great evil brewing below the surface. When that evil is unleashed, a group of survivors must work together to uncover the truth behind Umbrella and make it through the night. Johannes Roberts directed Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City, based on the first two installments of Capcom's Resident Evil video game series. It stars Kaya Scodelario, Hannah John Kamen, Robbie Amell, Tom Hopper, Avan Jogia, Donald Logue, and Neil McDonough. Pref next Clifford the Big Red Dog. Photo, Paramount, Week 3 weekend, $7 million total, $42.9 million. When Emily Elizabeth meets a magical animal rescuer who gives her a little red puppy, she never anticipated waking up to find a giant, 10-foot hound in her small New York City apartment. With her single mother away on business, Emily and her fun but impulsive uncle set out on an adventure that takes a bite out of the Big Apple. Walt Becker directs Clifford the Big Red Dog, an adaptation of Norman Birdwell's children's books series. The film stars Jack Whitehall, Darby Camp, Tony Hale, Sienna Guillory, David Alan Grier, Russell Wong, Kenan Thompson, and John Cleese. Pref next 7. King Richard. Photo, Warner Brothers, Week 2 weekend, $4.8 million total, $11.45 million. Armed with a clear vision and a brazen, 78-page plan, Richard Williams is determined to write his two daughters, Venus and Serena, into history. Training on tennis courts in Compton, California, Richard shapes the girls' unyielding commitment and keen intuition. Together, the Williams family defies seemingly insurmountable odds and the prevailing expectations laid before them. Reynaldo Marcus Green directed King Richard from a screenplay by Zach Balin, based on the life of Richard Williams. It stars Will Smith, Anjani Ellis, Sania Sidney, Demi Singleton, Tony Goldwyn, and John Bernthal. Pref next 8. Dune. Photo, Warner Brothers, Week 6 weekend, $3 million total, $102.2 million. Paul Atreides, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great destiny beyond his understanding, must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. As malevolent forces explode into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of the most precious resource in existence, only those who can conquer their own fear will survive. Denis Villeneuve directs Dune from a screenplay he co-wrote with John Spaihts and Eric Roth. Based on Frank Herbert's 1965 novel of the same name. The film's cast includes Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Zendaya, David Dastmalchian, Shang Chen, Sharon Duncan Brewster, Charlotte Rampling, Jason Momoa, and Javier Bardem. Pref next 9. No Time to Die. Photo, United Artists releasing, Week 8 weekend, $2.57 million total, $158.1 million. James Bond is enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica after leaving active service. However, his peace is short-lived as his old CIA friend, Felix Leiter, shows up and asks for help. The mission to rescue a kidnapped scientist turns out to be far more treacherous than expected, leading Bond on the trail of a mysterious villain who's armed with a dangerous new technology. No Time to Die is directed by Karijoji Fukunaga from a screenplay he co-wrote with Neil Purvis, Robert Wade, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The film stars Daniel Craig, Lee Seydoux, Ben Whishaw, Naomi Harris, Jeffrey Wright, Christoph Waltz, Rory Kinnear, Ralph Fiennes, Rami Malek, Lashana Lynch, Billy Magnuson, Ana de Armas, David Densick, and Dali Ben Salapref. Next 10. Venom. Let There Be Carnage. 0 comments. Photo, Sony Pictures, Week 9 weekend, $2.2 million total, $209.5 million. Eddie Brock is still struggling to coexist with the shape-shifting extraterrestrial Venom. When deranged serial killer Cletus Kasady also becomes host to an alien symbiote, Brock and Venom must put aside their differences to stop his reign of terror. Venom. Let There Be Carnage is directed by Andy Serkis and written by Kelly Marcel from On a Story She Zero wrote with Tom Hardy. The film stars Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, Naomi Harris, Reed Scott, Stephen Graham, and Woody Harrelson. Pref.